the Deaf Scouts. So we want to congratulate Paul on developing our own particular flag. We're now going to go through some photographs to show what we look like. The first person that we've got is Donal, who first had the idea about a deaf unit, and he's been our chairperson for 32 years and has got a very strong affiliation with the deaf community and Scouts. Paul is our second in charge, the only deaf Scout leader, team leader. So we're in very high admiration of him because he acts as an inspiration to all of us as young deaf people. Now, I was one of those people as a 14-year-old who saw Paul, admired him, and as a result have got actively involved, and here I am today. We had our first Deaf Scouts in a place called Larkhill in 1994. That was the total sum that we had. Through the other photographs, you can see the numbers growing. And in 1995, we had our first Deaf Cubs. Then in 1998, we have our wonderful little beavers. And this is just a photograph of a beaver's fun day. The enjoyment, the learning, the friendship were a very important part of that day. We've also been involved in hiking weekends, and again, all I can say, most enjoyable. We also undertake a summer holiday once a year for cubs, beavers, for either 1 week or 2 week holiday, and it's a camping holiday. And these are just photographs of all of the different groups, deaf groups that we have. These are photographs of our deaf leaders. The photographs will show us in discussion about various activities. I'm now going to hand you over to Wendy to do her part of the presentation. Hi everyone. Now I'm going to talk about some practical issues. How to set up Deaf Scouts. The first thing is, it can be done, because we are here as a living example of that. We use sign language and incorporate deaf culture as part of setting it up. You can ask for assistance from your local and national scouting movement. It can be done. Don't be afraid. Just go and ask. In Ireland, some youth clubs are no longer functioning because of lack of finances, lack of activities. So lots of young people are no longer involved in youth clubs, but in the scouting movement, there is finances, there are activities, opportunities to go abroad, go camping, and there's huge opportunities there. Now, we are the first Deaf Scouts. What we want to see are 100 Deaf Scouts around the world and set up our movement. So we would like to ask you, when you go back home, think about your young deaf children and let's get the Scouts moving in your country. Now I'm going to hand you over to our last presenter to talk about one of our particular groups, the Beavers. Hello. My name is Gwenda Dunn, and I'm the Beaver team leader for very young children. They're aged from 6 to 8, and we have both boys and girls. And in our group we do drawings, we go on outings, we go on trips to the zoo, visit a farm. Somebody needs to help me out here. And every month we take them to various activities. So that's something that can be done. It is that easy. Thank you. You've been through some very brief presentations, but we're now going to allow time for questions from the floor. Anybody would like to start? Which language are you using?
Been to a youth event in Ireland. But there are different religions in the country. But there are children of different religions. Can other religious groups join the Scouts? In Portugal, there was a hearing person who wanted to encourage Scouts. And it was a youth leader. We did a lot of different activities. But there was no mention of faith because there were children there of different faiths. Muslim, Buddhist, for example. So I'm wondering how you would handle that.
At the moment, we're undergoing a name change. We are removing the word Catholic and just having Scouting Ireland, which will encourage other faiths to join. There is nothing to stop you from setting up a group according to your religious faith. It is not a barrier. Scouting Ireland, in our case, is open to everyone. It can be done. Does that answer your question?
Can I ask a follow-up?
Paul would just like to add. If I may. In Ireland we have two main religious types. But in Ireland also, new religions are being introduced. Muslims, Protestants. Hinduism. And right now, all religious faiths are encouraged to get involved. If there's a time for a religious faith section, then each group would organize their own particular faith.
Thank you.